Okay, so I'm going to tune and talk, which is a miraculous feat. And Torben's decided that's the new philosophy, is playing in tune. He likes it better.
I came up with that.
He came up with that, yeah. From now on, we're going to just play in tune on stage. So I'm going to tell you a quick story about, well, I guess it's a couple of things. It's the first failed relationship, and yes, it is. And also a bit about growing up in southern Alberta. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a cowgirl incognito, and thank you, Kevin. And grew up on a big cattle ranch in southern Alberta. And in high school, you would think country high school and urban high school are kind of the same in the sense that definitely, you know, there's a popularity contest and a social hierarchy. But in the country, you don't have a Mazda Miata and a purse dog. You have a big Dodge Dually truck and a 2,000-pound horse. And you take these animals in your truck and trailer and you go to rodeos on the weekends. So I spent my weekends in high school going to these rodeos. And same as urban high school, the jocks, you know, kind of get the girls, and the girls that are like good at sports and all of that, they sort of exceed and climb the social ladder. So I decided I wasn't competing in enough events in the rodeo because, you know, I wanted to, you know, well, claim the 17-year-old Marlboro Man for my own. So this is an embarrassing story. I can't believe I'm telling this. So I was doing all the roping riding events, but there's one event that I wasn't competing in yet, and this is called the ladies goat tying event. And I will explain to you basically how this works. So, and all the boys watch this event, and I thought is because, you know, the cool factor is right up there. But I think it has more to do with the debacle that can ensue only with, you know, goat tying. So the premise, backtrack. Of course, my parents weren't as concerned about my popularity, so I didn't have the prettiest, nicest, most expensive horse. I had Andy, who never really shed his winter coat and had a really bad attitude and was super pissed about being at the rodeo in the first place because he would have way rather been at home enjoying the grass and pasture. Okay, so goat tying. First thing, you have a 3-foot piece of leather string that's been kicked around in the dirt and the mud and horse shit for like who knows how long. And you take this piece of string and you tie it, kind of loop it through your belt and then up, and then you hold it in your teeth. And then, okay, so picture this. There's a arena kind of bigger than a hockey rink, and you get on your horse and you get him pretty excited because this is a timed event. It's all about doing this really fast. And at the end of the arena is a little goat with a nice little halter and a leash, and he's kind of tied there waiting for you. So you're getting the picture. You know, basically you run as fast as you can on this horse with this piece of dirty leather in your mouth. The problem is that you get off your horse while the horse is actually running full steam. This is where, you know, where the debacle happens. So you kind of horse running really fast, you kind of hang off the side, and you're like, okay, without falling down, and then run over and tie the goat up with the piece of string. And you do this in under 8 seconds. And I had never done this before, but it doesn't really look that hard. And like everything else in life, you'll just, you know, wing it. So it's my first event. I haven't practiced. I got my leather thing in my mouth. I got my horse. We're flat out through the arena. We're just running. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to have to get off. He's going really fast. Oh, my God. The ground's moving. This is going really fast. Maybe if we just slow down a little bit. So I got my hand, and I'm like, okay, Andy's just whoa. And he never listens to what I say anyway. So he's going pretty fast. I'm kind of sideways. Whoa. Goat's getting closer and closer. And I'm like, shit, whoa. And, of course, he, like a car with an emergency brake, he just locks them up. I'm half off the horse. I kind of fall over the horn of my saddle, catch my shirt, which is a very snazzy fuchsia pink thing, on the saddle horn, and kind of backflip off the horse, rip my shirt open, and onto the goat. Boom! And thank you. And you know, 17-year-old Marlboro Man was definitely watching. And the last thing I remember really from that event is opening my eyes and the goat kind of staring at me like, "What are you doing?" And the MC for the event asking the paramedics to take some oxygen to the goat. I told you it was going to be embarrassing. And, you know, the 17-year-old Marlboro man and I did not work out. So coincidence? I can't say. Anyways, this next song is not about, you know, any loose goats wandering around Vancouver. You know who to call. This next song is not about failed, doomed relationships or goat tying or rodeos, but this is about growing up in southern Alberta. This is called the Prairie Song. There's a Bible belt, it's wrapped around that southern Alberta farming town, but you wouldn't go there unless, of course, you were born there. My great-grandfather built the old house where I used to live, that row of poplar trees him and Grandma planted back in 1920. The whole world stopped where the mountains began. What's past there, don't know. I'd never been. From where the sun falls down from the prairie sky, dust dances in the northern lights, and the coyotes howl at the moon all night. Mother Nature thought these frozen hands, there's nothing easy about living off the land. You could say it's cold. How do you describe 40 below? To a dark-haired boy down on Granville Street, when you look out east, all you're gonna see are fields of rolling wheat. Where did the Indians go? I think they just disappear like buffalo. And the whole world stopped where the mountains began. What's past there, don't know. Oh, I'd never been. From where the sun falls down from the prairie sky, dust dances in the northern lights, and the coyotes howl at the moon all night. From where the sun falls down from the prairie sky, dust dances in the northern lights, and the coyotes howl at the moon all night. At the moon all night. Thank you very much.